Hey guys, what is up? Today I come to you yet with another weekly review of All Out, and we are at episode 7. Now, this episode focuses on our main character, Gion. Now, in any typical sports anime, usually we have two types of protagonists. One where the protagonist has a special skill set only unique to themselves, or we have the protagonist who's a complete novice towards the sport, and that is Gion. And for 1 month in the storyline, all Gion has been doing is tackling. He still doesn't know how to receive a ball. He still doesn't try to throw the ball or pass the ball. He doesn't try to do anything other than tackling. And they were having, a little scrimmage where it's like 12 versus 12. And the coach calls out and saying, after the game was finished, the first half of the game was finished, he's telling Gion that you're the one that's dragging your team down because one out of 5 tackles that you did, you missed 3 and you only accomplished 2. And the fact that you are very selfish. And this is a big blow to Gion, and he told Gion that it's better if I subbed you out. And Gion is so affected by this. We get a flashback. Now, in every anime, there must be at least 1 or 2 flashbacks, or many flashbacks as we can, to better understand our characters. Now, this episode could probably relate to a lot of people if you are on the shorter side. When I mean shorter side, you are a short person, you're a small person like myself. It wasn't really like a sob story, but you could relate to Gion in this sense, because in the flashback we've seen where Gion has an older brother who is 6 years older than him, and it seems like his brother doesn't pay Gion much attention. And Gion at a young age always wanted to play with his big brother, and that big brother would not pay attention to him. So for Gion joining the rugby team, he feels like he has many brothers. That's why he feels so welcome while he is on the team. Then it goes to show that Gion has constantly been a victim to people constantly putting him down for the fact that he is short. He has tried out for so many teams that you cannot count anymore, and they all rejected him due to his size. But then they showed that there were people that he met in middle school who were around the same height as Gion, but yet were able to play the sports. So this is where Gion starts to self-doubt himself. It was always inside of him, but after what Coach Shingo told him, it kind of just resurfaced. And then you saw where Gion, who's this vibrant person, this person who has so much energy, looks so downcast that he loses the shine in his eye. It makes you kind of feel sorry for him, because it's like, it's not fair that it's not something that he can control. He can't control how tall or how small he can be, and it's something that's inherited genetically, and that's something that's totally out of his hands. So you can sympathize with Gion. It's not like it was a sob fest when you saw the flashback, but it's in a way it relates to a lot of people who understands where people don't take them seriously because of their size. I experience it a lot of times where people don't even take me seriously because like I said, I'm a college student, and people still assume that I'm either in middle school or high school. I don't look my age. I look way too young. I'm so small. So it does get frustrating. And it's completely relatable, and you can understand where Gion is coming from. Then we have a moment with him and Sumiyaki on the rooftop, where Sumiyaki tells Gion that if it wasn't for him, he probably wouldn't have been back into rugby. He wouldn't have tried his best to play against Keijo when they had that practice match with them weeks ago. And because with his fearful past of what happened to Miyuki, he was not willing to join back the team. And Gion, who has no knowledge of rugby, told him that ball belongs to us. He was able to play the way he can play. And he's also telling Gion that what you do, you tackling, the way you tackle is only special to you, because I can't do that. I'm not fast as Ebony, I'm not as strong as Sekizan, and I can't tackle the way you do. That's something special to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to learn everything so I can be a better person, and that I can help you and me can help the team retrieve that ball. So that moment was very, a very deep moment, along with the flashback. We get into later in the episode where they have another scrimmage again, and the coach decides to put Gion in the last 5 minutes. And of course, he saved the ball from the other side from winning. So officially, the coach officially said, you know what, Gion, you are on the team. You have become an official member of the rugby team. So it was a matter of him learning how to, give the ball and, not be selfish. He did it out of his own accord, and he learned to become unselfish, trying to get that ball in to ensure that his team would have won. So that was some character growth for Gion, that he became less selfish. That was the whole point of it. So I'm glad that, Gion got that character growth. Now it's time for him to learn some new techniques in rugby aside from tackling. He's good in that, but now he needs to learn how to pass and how to be able to dodge and do all of those other stuff that's required for rugby, so that he can be a better player, and him and Sumiyaki and the rest of the team can be better players as well. But nonetheless, it was a really good episode. We got insight on Gion, and I hope for more from him in future episodes. So if you guys saw this week's episode of All Out, please do drop a comment down below on how you felt about this week's episode. The links are in the description box as always. I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!